Professor and peers. This is my presentation, Biological Evidence and Its Importance, a presentation by Riston Logan for Forensics 106, Biological Evidence. In today's presentation, I will be explaining what biological evidence is and provide common examples and where to find it. I also will be discussing how it's collected, analyzed, and used to solve crimes. And finally, I will cover the importance of DNA and databases like Cordis in the modern world of forensic science. So, examples of biological evidence, or what exactly is biological evidence? You can find it in blood, saliva, or sweat, semen, hair, tissue, bones, even urine and fecal matter. It's any material that comes from a living organism and can be used in a criminal investigation. These materials do contain DNA, which can be used to identify individuals. And because of this, biological evidence is extremely valuable in the world of forensic sciences and criminal cases. So, how biological evidence helps solve crimes? Biological evidence helps investigators connect suspects, victims, and crime scenes. For example, DNA found in blood at a scene can link a suspect directly to the crime. It can also be used to identify victims when other methods are not possible. In addition, biological evidence can confirm or disprove alibis, making it a trustable and reliable source when it comes to solving crimes. The importance of DNA in investigations is that DNA is important because it is unique to almost every individual. The uniqueness also allows investigators to accurately identify or exclude suspects from a case. DNA evidence has helped solve many cold cases and has even freed people who were wrongfully convicted. Because of its reliability, DNA is one of the most important tools that we can depend on today. How DNA is collected at a crime scene. DNA is carefully collected at a crime scene to avoid any cross-contamination that could get it ruled out in court. Investigators often use sterile swabs to collect biological materials like blood or saliva, or may use or collect items such as clothing, weapons, or other objects that contain those DNA, with an importance of using proper use of personal protection equipment, or PPE, as wearing gloves and using these proper procedures ensure that the evidence remains accurate. When it comes to detecting invisible evidence, some biological evidence cannot be seen with the naked eye, as investigators need to depend on special tools like alternative light sources to locate these hidden fluids or substances that come from the body. Chemicals such as luminol can even reveal bloodstains that have been cleaned or are invisible. With these techniques, they can help ensure that all possible evidence is found at a crime scene. While to locate fingerprints, you may rely on the use of a blacklight or UV rays. When it comes to packaging biological evidence, proper packaging is essential to preserve the integrity of the evidence, as it should be air dried before it's packaged to prevent mold or degradation, as paper containers are used instead of plastic because they allow the moisture to escape, as each piece of evidence must also be properly labeled and sealed to maintain the chain of custody. Reducing or removing bias in evidence handling is very important, as when collecting and analyzing evidence, they must follow a standardized procedures to ensure fairness and accuracy. With blind testing methods can be used so that analysts do not know details about the case, so their emotions don't get wrapped up in it. As avoiding assumptions also helps ensure that the conclusions are only based on scientific evidence instead of how they think about using their opinions. Laboratory examinations. Once the evidence reaches the lab, several types of examinations are performed. DNA profiling, for example, is used to create a genetic profile that can be compared to others, while serology testing helps identify bodily fluids such as blood or semen. And finally, microscopic analysis can be used to examine hair, tissue, and other materials in detail. What is CODIS? CODIS is the Combined DNA Index System, and it is a branch of the FBI, or a program the FBI has founded, as it is a national database used by law enforcement to store DNA profiles, as investigators can compare DNA from crime scenes to profiles in the database to find matches. CODIS has helped solve many crimes and connect cases across different locations, even globally. And it's used by all law enforcement agencies in the nation. Finally, information from biological evidence units provide important information for investigations as they generate DNA profiles that can identify individuals involved in a crime, as these units can also link multiple cases together through matching evidence, as their findings help investigators build strong and reliable cases for court through the use of these units. And here's my works cited. And in conclusion, biological evidence plays a crucial role in solving crimes, as DNA analysis provides highly accurate and reliable results that can help build and find a complete case.